Now that Brad has largely made the area safe, clear of zombies, and now that he has a surplus of food, it's now time to turn his attention to upgrading the base and learning how to live off the land. Well, Brad has had one hell of a lie-in. It was about midday he slept through. That had 9 hours. I guess he needed it, and I guess that's maybe a sign that he feels a little bit more comfortable in this area. Now, there's a lot to do for Brad. There's a lot to do. He's got a truck full of gear. I mean, look at that, 378 kilograms of stuff. First things first, before he even thinks about starting to unload any of that, it's time to take a trip back up to the northern outskirts of Ekron. We've got a generator, we've got 5 empty gas cans. It is time to stock up on gas. Well, Brad has driven all the way from his base in the middle of town and right to the very northern outskirts. And these are the first zombies that he's come across. So it really just goes to show all of that time and all of that effort clearing out the zombies, basically going to war with them. It was worth it. Now we're going to take out the rest of these zombies, and then Brad is going to connect up the generator. He's going to fill... wrong one. He's going to fill up what will probably be a huge gas tank on this military truck. And then he's going to fill up all 5 empty gas cans that he's got. And then we're going to connect the generator back at home, and maybe we'll do a little bit of cooking. Okay, well that is all 5 gas cans filled up with gas. That's an incredible supply now, and this military truck is also, the tank is completely filled up. And man, it did take a long time, especially as Brad got interrupted about 6 times by just one zombie just coming out to see what all the fuss was about. The tank on this military truck must be absolutely huge. Let's get all this gas back. We're going to take the generator back as well. We want it back at base in case we want to do some cooking, because that is now an option. We will have power back at the base. Next up, rain collector barrels, finally. Okay, so Brad is back at base. He's connected the generator. For now, we'll just dump the gas cans there. We've got a real massive supply of gas. Now, next up, we've got to find the fire axe. Not quite sure where it is. Cut down some trees. Find the garbage bags. Again, not sure where they are. At some point, we need to get some storage in place and properly unload the back of that truck, because it's almost completely full, would you believe? Now, there's the fire axe. Let's get cutting down some trees. Okay, so Brad's going to cut down the trees that are nearest to where he wants to build the rain collector barrels. We'll also get more of a line of sight as well. We don't want any surprises. Okay, well, Brad's been able to find 4 garbage bags. So we can definitely build 1. I'm sure we've got more garbage bags somewhere. We definitely want to get 2. Okay, so fortunately Brad had another 5 garbage bags in that little storage room just inside, so no having to search through about a dozen bags, but there we go. Look at that. That is a good sight. The next time it rains, we're going to start collecting some water. Now, do we actually need to water these plants? Oh no, they're well watered. Okay, let's just check the tomatoes. Yeah, they're okay. Let's check the tomatoes as well. Now, it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, everything looks well watered. That's good. It'll be interesting to see the next time we get an anomalous storm in the area. Now, logically, you'd think that would destroy the crops, right? And I hadn't even thought about that as a possibility. That was lucky. We'll grab that tree branch, because we're going to need that to make the most awesome fishing rod you'll ever see. Well, I think we need a paperclip, so that's the next thing. Okay, well, Brad was just about to make the fishing rod, and he's quite excited about the prospect of actually going fishing tomorrow. We do have 3 worms when he planted the crops, but we're missing a vital ingredient: twine. Now, we can make some sturdy sticks, but we need twine. Everything else we've got. I guess, yeah, it's getting dark, but Brad isn't tired. Let's head back to EP Tools, see if we can get a little bit of luck and find some twine. Now you can often actually find twine in glove boxes, so I thought, wouldn't it be really lucky if there's one right here? But there isn't. There's one other car. Let's check that out before we rather not head into town at night when it's this dark. Okay, so no twine in this one either, but we'll definitely take the battery. I guess we're heading on into town. It's a little bit of a risk. It is getting really dark, but as I said, Brad isn't tired, although, as usual, as pretty much permanent state of affairs, he is hungry. So let's just snip back inside and get a little bit of food before we head on into town. You know what? Although Brad isn't tired, it is really, really dark, so I don't want to blunder into a... You can see how dark it is inside. I don't want Brad to blunder into a zombie that's just hanging around just inside the door of EP Tools. Let's not tempt fate. Let's get Brad some sleep and we'll head on into town in the morning. Okay, so start of another day for Brad. He's got a lot to do again today. First things first, into town. Must remember to lock that door at night, otherwise Brad could have a few surprises. Now, just before he went to bed last night, Brad did have a beer because he noticed a nausea. Man, he's hungry again. He noticed a nausea. Ooh, I thought he was going to fall over then. He noticed the nausea had started to come back. Now, I've checked his body radiation. It's still at 0. I'm still worried that there's a possibility that the radiation zones could move, but it doesn't look to be the case. So he had a beer last night. It was just a little experiment. I wanted to see if the nausea was something to do with alcohol withdrawal symptoms. Let's just drop all of this gear. And the nausea has gone away, so maybe it has. Those are the sturdy sticks that Brad needs for fishing. But man, you can see how quickly he goes through his food. I mean, all the food that he's looted in these last few days is still in the back of the truck. There's a lot of gear to unload in there. But first, Brad needs to find some sort of storage to put it all. So let's head on into town and see what we can find. Okay, so we're just next to the Hunting and Rural Supply Store. I thought there might be some really useful storage shelves. So I'm kind of looking for those large metal storage shelves, but at this point we'll kind of take anything, but still a 45% chance to break. Crazy. Okay, well, it looks like for now at least the luck is on Brad's side, so that's the first. I guess we take the crates as well, and then we'll head up to EP Tools. Okay, so just before Brad, actually he's going to check out the rural farming supply store next door. Oh, as we're just going to check this, the glove box in this vehicle for any twine. Now that is interesting. We've got matches, we need those. Can't have too many iodine pills. We'll take the canteens as well. Why not? They're still banging away. Now you think their brain would be... well, there's a zombie outside. You thought their brain would be absolutely beaten to a pulp by now. Apparently not. Let's fill up all of these canteens. Can't have too much water. Okay, we'll check the back first. See what we've got. Just crates. Okay, let's check the main floor area. Now, come on, let's be brave. Let's not put it off anymore. Let's get the meat cleaver attached. The meat cleavers are the best, absolute best at breaking down doors. Ooh, and this guy might have some military boots as well. He's still got a hole in ours, but Brad needs to be ready. Okay, man, just when I thought it wasn't going to work. That was scary though, knowing that zombie... Oh man, another pair of boots with holes in. It was scary knowing that zombie was going to burst through as soon as that door was down. But look at that. Beautiful. Let's just take the shotgun shells for now. And then at some point Brad's going to have to come back and clear the shelves. What a haul that is. What an arsenal there is there. Okay, well, I don't know how, but Brad missed those seeds. We could have done with... Ooh. Wow. Now, doesn't that look beautiful? I kind of want to give that a try straight away. Looks like Brad missed some shelves here. We've got a roofing axe. We'll take the gardening sprays in case props get infected. Although I think I need rotten milk for that. Let's just check the shelves again and see if we can find any twine. Okay, well, no twine, but do have these couple of shelves. Now, because we haven't unpacked the back of that truck yet, there's not actually that much storage space. So how much do these weigh? Yeah, 40. So we can probably only grab 3 or 4 of these and before the back of the truck is full. Okay, so that is that truck loaded up with those 2 storage units. Now, before Brad goes north to EP Tools on that search for twine, we're going to actually check out the police department next door. There could be a few desks. You could find twine in there. But no, not today. And no twine at all. Let's just fill up all of the... well, actually, no, I don't want to fill up the spray cans. Let's just fill up the canteens in the water. Okay, now could actually really make good use of these blue wall lockers as well. Again, 45% chance to break. Okay, we got one. We haven't got enough carry capacity for the second one. Let's get this in the back of the truck and come back for the second one. No twine here, so on to EP Tools once we've got this storage. Well, just before Brad goes back into the police department and grabs that other bit of storage, look at him. I mean, if you saw him walking down the street dressed like this, you'd think he was an absolute nutter, wouldn't you? You got a machete in one hand, a blooded meat cleaver in the other, a bushy, unkempt beard, absolutely covered in head to toe in blood, and to cap it all off, a pink flowery backpack. What the hell? Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty consistent with the chances. That one broke, but we could try for this green wall locker. Nope, and it wasn't to be. Okay, let's see if we can find some twine in EP Tools, and then Brad can finally make that fishing rod and see if we can catch some fish. Okay, well, at EP Tools, no zombies in sight. Before we head inside, let's just check out the cars in the car lot, see if we can find any twine in the glove boxes there. Wow, would you look what we found in the trunk? Look at this. 2 lots of duct tape, really useful for repairing, especially knives. Another empty gas can, but look at that. That's the jewel in the crown, 100% garden fork. How did we miss that before? Let's check the other vehicles. What else are we going to find? And there we go. Some twine. Who'd have thought that Brad would spend the best part of a day looking for twine? And also, it's possible that there might actually be a way to make twine with a thread. So I've got twine now. Maybe it wasn't the best use of time. But let's check out this one last vehicle. I'm going to find anything. Just some toilet paper. Yeah, just before I head back, just thought, just very quickly see if there's any twine, but also just to see what storage options there are here. Yes, let's grab that for a spare saw. I've only got one. At some point Brad's probably going to lose it, let's face it. Okay, well, Brad's back at base, and again he was just enjoying the experience of there just being a complete absence of zombies. But just on the other side of this car park he did see a group of 6 or 7. They're going to slowly probably move closer. I need to take them out. We need to keep this area clear, keep it safe. Okay, it's time for Brad. Man, that was beautiful. Didn't even get enough time to finish the sentence. It's time for Brad to try out this billhook machete, see how he does. Yeah, another one bites the dust. Now, when he was driving by, he definitely saw 5 or 6 zombies. He was not imagining it. So where the hell are they all? This billhook machete, it's useful, it is nice, it is making things look easy for Brad. Okay, now is this guy gonna have any useful gear, just sneakers. Still on the lookout for military boots, but I think that was it. It looked a much bigger group, but I think that's it. Let's get back to base. Okay, well, before Brad starts unloading all of this storage, we need to find the bag that's got food. Brad is hungry. So Brad's been able to put on a couple of pounds, and let's have some peas. A couple of kilograms, whatever they are. So he's back up to 71, well on the way to getting back to a healthy weight. But those arrows have stopped. He's plattered. He's flattened out at 71. So we kind of need to find that peanut butter, really. But there's so many bags in there, it could take forever to find the right one. Now, I think what Brad's going to do, he's going to just unload 3 or 4 bags. Hopefully some of them have a few little bits of food in, and we'll unload everything apart from guns and ammo and weapons, and we'll leave those in the bags, just dump them on the floor for now. Okay, well, Brad's found the peanut butter, so we're just going to eat all of that straight away now. I know we can use it as bait for traps, but we've got 4 cans of carrots. That'll be good to catch some rabbits. We don't really need squirrels. Let's finish unloading the rest of these bags, and then we'll start getting some storage in place. Okay, well, it has taken Brad a long time just to unload 2 or 3 bags. You can see it's almost 10 o'clock. He's starting to get tired. The fishing is going to have to wait tomorrow, but he's excited at the prospect. He's looking to get up early, but let's just make sure we can actually craft it. Let's lock that door as well. We needed a sturdy stick, so I think now let's have a look at the crafting menu. Let's have a look. Make fishing rod. Yeah, we are good to go. Let's do this. Now, picked up 2 sturdy sticks and hope that the twine would be enough to make 2 fishing rods, and it is, which is absolutely awesome. Yeah, it's a stick with a bit of twine. I don't know how he's going to catch anything with that, but we'll find out in the morning. And we've got a little bit of twine left, but probably not enough to make a 3rd fishing rod. Okay, well, Brad's made it through another night. He's so excited about fishing. I wonder if that would be a good weapon. Anyway, he's so excited about fishing, he actually slept holding his fishing rod last night. Now, we had another anomalous storm in the middle of the night. It was very, very red outside from about 3 o'clock to about 6 o'clock. But again, there was no rain. So I don't know what exactly is going on there. But let's see if Brad can catch himself some breakfast. Okay, well, Brad's had a good look around and off into the distance. There's no zombie as far as the eye could see. Does not want to be caught out by being attacked from behind. Let's cast off and let's see what we can find. Okay, well, somewhat predictably, Brad's first catch of the day is some shoes. Well, wasn't that the biggest anti-climax ever? 2 pairs of shoes. 2 pairs of shoes. No, just no fish. And could we have caught any bait fish at all already? No. Okay, well, maybe we should try and dig for a few more worms. Brad really wants fish for breakfast. Okay, well, you know what? Well, Brad again is going to try and kill 2 birds with 1 stone, as it were. We're going to plant some more crops. I'm going to plant some carrots and some potatoes. We've got enough space. And then hopefully, if we're lucky, we'll get a couple of worms out of it as well. And Brad can return back to his fishing. Okay, well, that's 3 plots of carrots planted in 2 lots of potatoes. So we've got cabbages, tomatoes, carrots and potatoes. Carrots we're going to use for trapping, but we've got a watering can. We've now got water in the 2 rain collector barrels, so let's get these more crops watered. And we managed to get just 1 worm, but it's worth trying. We'll try it with one worm. Okay, well that is all of those newly planted crops watered. That breakfast is already turning into lunch. Poor Brad has not had a bite to eat all day. We've got one worm. One worm. Let's see if we can catch something, anything. Okay, we'll check the trap again just to see if we get anything. Nothing, I guess. Oh no, we did. We got a bait fish as well. That is pretty good considering it's only been down about 4 hours. We should definitely try and remember to check that trap tomorrow morning. Hopefully we'll have 3 or 4 little bait fish. So we got 2 bits of bait. Come on, we got to catch some fish now, surely. Well, there we go. I thought it wasn't going to happen. We got another lot of shoots, but a big catfish. Now, Brad is really excited at the word big there. He has definitely... Oh, that is not that big. Hunger 20. Let's drop the shoes. Well, it's time for Brad to do a little bit of cooking. It's time for maybe a fish soup or fish stew. And hopefully that will fill him up. You don't want to start losing weight again. Yeah, but it looks like Brad is going to create quite a hodgepodge of what do we want? Soup or stew? Let's do a stew. We can add kidney beans and lentils. This should be a really hearty meal for him. His first bit of cooking. His first hot meal for over a month. Okay, so we've got beans, fish and canned carrot stew. Doesn't that sound delightful? We've also got a visitor. Now, let's try it. Let's turn that on and cook. It's a stew. It's a lot of liquid. It's a big pot. It should take quite a long time to cook. I think that zombie's on the front door. So let's go out this door and surprise him. Yeah, here we are. We're expecting the noise of that generator to possibly attract zombies, but really thought there was no zombies in the area at all. So it was a little bit risky for Brad to do a little bit of fishing. It would have quite easily been snuck up from behind. But hopefully, if we leave that generator on full, it should attract any more zombies to it and do a good job of making the area a little bit more safe. Okay, well it is done. It's got an unhappiness of plus 20 because we didn't have any sort of seasoning, maybe? I mean, hunger, minus 80. Brad is just hungry. He's just going to eat it straight from the pot. And that should give him 40 hunger. That should really fill him up. Wow. It didn't even fill his belly. That's how hungry he was. But wow, he is really putting on the weight now. Amazing. Okay, well that feels like quite a milestone in terms of surviving for the long term. We've got a generator going. We've cooked up some food which we caught from the lake. We've got some fish. We've got some crops on the go. It's going to take a couple of weeks for those to grow. There is one more little supply line of living off the land. Another little bit of survivalist thing to do, and that is trapping. We've got some sturdy sticks so that we can make some stick traps if we got enough twine. We also could make trap boxes. I think we found the recipe for that. Brad's got that knowledge. And we're going to use canned carrot as bait. So let's get a couple of those. I think we want to try and make at least 3 stick traps and 3 other traps, 6 traps, and we're going to go off in the distance to the east there and put them down in the forest. Hopefully Brad next morning will have caught some live animals that he can butcher up and really start to really live off the land, really live well. Okay, well Brad's made 1 stick trap. He's only had enough twine to just make 1. But actually it doesn't have any bait to put in it, so it's trap boxes all the way. They're a bit basic, but we need to cut down a couple of trees to get enough planks. I think we're going to have to just make 4 trap boxes, so we need to cut down a couple of trees at least. Okay, well, Brad's cut down a couple of trees. He's cutting trees nearby, which will also open up the area so you can see any zombies come in as well. He's got enough planks to make 4 wooden box traps. So that'll have to do for now. So we don't have that much in the way of bait. So let's grab a couple of cans of carrots. I think that will work as bait. Okay, well, one thing also that Brad can do to take advantage of that generator, take advantage of there being power in the building, is he can use the oven to light a smoke. He's earned it, that is for sure, and that will also preserve his limited supply of lighters and matches. Let's drop off the fire axe and let's go and place these traps. Okay, so I think this is about far enough. This is probably even closer to 100 tiles away, so let's place the traps here. And we'll leave the stick trap for now as we don't have any bait for it. I think we need cereal for that. So let's get these 4 trap crates down and baited, and hopefully there'll be a nice surprise for Brad in the morning. Okay, well, I gotta say, things are really coming together for Brad now. His tummy is absolutely full to bursting. Now you think he should be happy, but I guess he's not a big fan of fish stew, so we need to find him something a little bit more interesting. Maybe there'll be a rabbit in those traps tomorrow. But yeah, as I was saying, things are really coming together. He's got a base. There's a lot of work to do to bring it up to scratch, to make it protected, to get everything that he needs to survive for the long term. But he's making strides in that direction already. He's got a decent amount of food and he's put things in place, crops and trapping. Things are looking good now. He's got to turn his attention to this area. This area here is huge. It's huge. Now what he's thinking is he's gonna extend out along this direction and maybe get some sort of washroom or something like that. I know all the essential important things, and maybe some sort of medical bay here, but then the rest of this space, that's going to be where the storage is. Brad is a hoarder. It's a lot of space. We've got so much gear in the back of that truck. We've got no way to get rid of all of these chairs, which is annoying. So I guess for now we can maybe just stack them against the wall outside. Would they work as some sort of defense? Or maybe we should take them over to the church. Let's start clearing all these chairs away and take them out of sight, store them in the church for now. Man, that made Brad jump. What on earth was that noise? What on earth is going on in town? Now Brad's doing the smart thing. He's bringing back some of the planks from the church that are left after disassembling all the pews. Now you can see Brad's taken over 3 lots of 4 chairs, made 3 journeys to the church and back. The poor guy's really tired. So much work and effort. But when this base is up to scratch, when the infrastructure's there, it's going to be absolutely awesome. That is going to have to be something that Brad does another time. Let's turn off the generator. Let's get back inside now. We're going to lock all these doors. In a world where zombies can just open the door, you need to make sure all the doors are locked just to be safe. But that is going to have to be it for today. Brad has got a lot done. Traps, more crops, rain collector barrels. There's probably other stuff that I can't remember, but he's made some massive strides. He's still putting on weight. I think he's up to 74 kilograms now. He's putting on a couple of kilograms a day, which I'm not even sure is actually possible, but things are really looking up. Who knows what he needs to do next? There's still a lot of work to do, but he's getting there. Peace.